Hello and welcome back to another Uncle Tats Creative Shack video. The last video I made, I talked about purchasing a small shack model, a small house model, that's going to be the opener for my YouTube videos, Uncle Tats Creative Shack. So I wanted to take you through the process of how we actually build one of these kits. This is a Laser Kit Express HO Scale Company House by American Model Builders. It is laser cut wood. Here's the kit itself. What I've done is I've just laid the parts out or assembled them without glue and used a rubber band or two rubber bands to kind of hold the pieces in. You want to do this at first with one of these kits just so you can get the layout of how it all goes together. So that unlike other plastic model kits that have, maybe part numbers and, more positive locations, these pieces do have tab and slot connection. So as you can see, you've got slots in these pieces, and then of course you've got the corresponding tabs, as you can see right there. But you still need to lay it all out so you know, because you can't obviously put this piece this way. It won't work. You need to put it this way. Okay, so you need to just lay everything in place, make sure the tabs line up, and that way you have an understanding of how this goes together. So we also have, this is a peel and stick roofing material, and it's not necessarily easy to see in the video. It's just got a bunch of lines here, but it's a peel and stick very thin paper material that you'll use for the roof. So this will just like lay on the top there after you've painted it the color you want. We've got a chimney piece, and I'm not even sure that's going to be easy to see. There we go. So this is a resin casted chimney piece, so you can see the brick structure in there. The kit includes. We'll zoom back out. And then of course you've got all your trim pieces. So if you look at these pieces here, we'll get the light under them. What these pieces represent is your windows, your trim that goes around the outside of the house, anything that's going to be like here in the directions where you've got your trim here. So that's those pieces. So, and I mentioned that in the first video, but this video I'm calling it out again because in this one, let me zoom back out again. Yeah man, there we go. Okay. But in this one here, I've selected the paint colors that I want to use for this shack. I've got a spray enamel white for the trim. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this Rust-Oleum, it's called Satin Nutmeg. You can see it right there. Simply because I had these paints already in my collection, and I think they'll be great to start getting this into its color form. I'm going to start assembling using Gorilla wood glue, since it is a wood structured kit. We got a toothpick here to help apply some of the glue, a little water bottle cap to put the glue in so you can just use little bits of it, and of course a Q-tip to kind of wipe up some of the extra glue. So let's get this ready for assembly. We'll start the process by taking apart the roof sections and kind of laying them out how they will go. And we want to try to keep the orientation approximately the same. It's just going to make it easier for construction later. We can go ahead and remove the rubber bands. There's one there. And it will fold up into a little pile of mess. I'll just lay the pieces out again. Let's see, yep, like that. And we have a back. And we have our other side. Okay. Let's try to get all that up in the video there. There we go. So as I said before, you do have the tab and slot construction, but you want to check to make sure you've got the right one, because if you flip this around, it doesn't quite fit. As you can see, there's some gaps there. So you want to make sure that you get the right side to the other side. Same thing here with the window. You want the larger portion of the wall to be on the bottom, so you know that that will tab in there like that. Okay, so now that we have the pieces laid out, I'm going to go ahead and glue them together. I want to go ahead and do this tonight for this part of the video, so that it's got plenty of time to dry for the next video. So we'll go ahead and you can put the glue in the bottom this way or on the top, however you like to do it. I'm just going to try to get it in here, and I think it's, oh yeah, there we go. Don't need a lot, so that's plenty. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and take your toothpick and we'll get started. Okay. So what I'm going to do is make sure I got these pieces going just like that. Okay, so I know where to put the glue. You're going to want to put it on the inside of this tab here. And then you want to put it on this side of the tab there. Okay? So that you can okay. So we're just going to leave it just like that. We can actually, I know you can't see this, but I'm just going to try to get some of that glue on the inside. There we go. Okay. So we'll repeat that process over here with the back wall. As you can see, I've got tons of glue, so I'm good. I'm good with glue. I don't really need this much, but it's okay. I'd rather have a little extra than not enough. These are just, I think it's just a light balsa wood or basswood construction kits. So the wood itself is very light. It's not like you're trying to glue together a coffee table or something. Okay. There we go. This, by the way, is the first video I'm doing like this, where I'm gluing together a model, but it's cool. Alright. So there, just again, just checking how that one goes. So it looks like we want to put, take our glue. Now the edges of the model are all covered up with the trim pieces anyways. So if you were to get glue, you know, say on the outside here on the corners, it's not going to be that much of a problem. I mean, it's going to get covered with the trim, and even if you were going to stain this wood, it's not going to cause a problem. So that's what I like about these kits. These kits are really nice, as opposed to a plastic model kit, which you can get for houses. Let's try to get this in there. The wooden ones just have that much more realism, I think. Let's go ahead and get it in there. Nope, did I have it backwards? There we go. Nope. Being a little finicky. There we go. I'm trying to do this on camera, but I'm also at a funky angle, so there we go. Okay, so that is basically it, but we're going to, and I want to just, because I'm kind of like an extra belt and suspenders kind of guy, I'm just going to try to run another bead down the corners here. At this stage of the game, we definitely want to go ahead and put these rubber bands back on it and then put the roof pieces on, because the roof pieces are also being tabbed. They will help keep everything in alignment. Okay. So we'll put one set of one rubber bands will be down at the bottom, and then we'll do another rubber band at the top. Okay. If you didn't have rubber bands, you could probably use tape, but I think the rubber bands will make a stronger, just easier for you to do, easy for you to work with. Now, taking these pieces out from the runner has left some small little tabs right there. We can clean those up. I'm going to use my X-Acto knife, see if we can't. Remember, kids, always cut away from you, not towards you like I'm doing. Okay, and let's. Alright, we can clean that up with a little bit of sandpaper later, but we're just gonna, what we're doing is we're just gonna lay this back onto the model. Get those tabs lined up just right. There we go. Go ahead and take the other one. Let's try to get that. Okay. There we go. And then finally we have this piece. This piece has a notch cut out of it, and that's for the chimney. So what we're doing now is just, I'm going to keep it like that. So that is pretty much all there is to the assembly for the bottom of the house before you put the windows and doors in. We're going to flip it over now. I'm going to take a look at the inside. So what I like doing with these kits is, once you do have it glued together like that, I like to try to run another bead of glue just down along the inside. See, right up in there, let's say right up in here. Since I have enough glue I can use, and this isn't really going to get in the way of anything, I'll just go ahead and do that. And let the roof come off, that's fine. Let's see, we could glue the roof on now, actually. Try to get that line back up again. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, actually, we could go ahead and glue the roof on. There's no reason why not to. Because when I'm gonna paint this whole thing, basically with the spray can, cover the whole thing, and then you come back afterwards and you can put your windows in, your doors in, and then all your trim on the roof. So let's go ahead and just do that. We'll go ahead and glue the roof on. Again, we'll put the pieces off to the side in their order. And since I have plenty of glue, so where we don't have to put glue is we don't have to put glue on top of the tabs, because that will show through the roof. So we just have to put glue on the sides. Okay, we got those two pieces glued. Now we're going to come in and put this final piece on the back. And I use the toothpick because squirting it out from the bottle, you're just going to put way too much glue onto the model. As you can see, it was very easy to squirt a bunch of it in this cap. And that's what we don't want to do to the model, because we do have siding laser engraved on the side there, so we don't want to ruin that by getting a big pile of glue there. Let's go ahead and turn it over, see what we got. Okay. So I look at the inside there. And again, we can actually run some more glue, kind of like up in there. Alright, and that's it. That's our basic structure glued together with the rubber bands holding it in place until the glue sets. And we'll be back later to go ahead and put some paint on there and do some final assembly. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.